Okay. What up, Smart Rapper family? Today we're talking about another good one. We're talking about 4 reasons why you actually need to learn how to mix your own music, or at least know how to use a professional digital audio workstation like Pro Tools or Logic. And it has a lot of benefits that are actually going to make you a better rapper, and we're going to go over those today. I'm Rob Level, this is smartrapper.com, and you're going to get smarter right after the intro. Okay, well, number one, if you already know how to use the digital audio workstation, if you know how to use Pro Tools or Logic, or even how to record yourself in general, this means that you're going to be recording yourself a lot more often, right? So you don't need a friend's studio. You don't have to go off to somebody else's studio and pay him money or spend his time to get it, or have to convince him to let you record. Instead, you can walk right into your house, set up your microphone, record yourself. And what this is going to do, it means you're going to get better faster because you're recording yourself more often. You don't have to wait to get to the studio to practice. You're already at the studio. When you wake up, roll out of bed, bam, you're in your studio, recording yourself, getting better every single day that you are laying down something. You want to record a song? Turn on the microphone. Record. You don't have to set it up or go somewhere else. Screw that, right? That's number one. Number two, and more importantly than number one, or just as important, is you'll understand how to find your unique voice, how you sound on tracks, how to change your voice, how to start layering vocals, how to start layering them in and putting them down inside of a recorded song so that you actually build your style faster. Right? So there's two reasons there. You're going to build everything much faster. You have more opportunity to record yourself, and you're going to find your voice, your style, and your flow faster, simply because you have the ability to record yourself in your own home. It's a massive, massive benefit. Number 3, if you have your own home studio and you know how to use a digital audio workstation like Pro Tools or Logic, and you know basically how to at least do basic mixes, number 1, this is super, super impressive to other people. You can go, hey, I mix my own stuff. That's impressive for anybody that understands that that's actually somebody else's job. If you mix your own stuff and it sounds at least decent and you can release it, well, A, you can release more songs more often. B, it's impressive when you get to tell other people that, and see if somebody wants to send you something, you can mix it up, you can make some money off of that, or you can mix a track for a collaboration. You don't have to send it off to somebody else. That's a major benefit of knowing how to use Pro Tools or another digital audio workstation and just having basic mixing skills. This is, I mean, and the thing is, if you're gonna freaking be using Pro Tools and stuff like that, you obviously have it. You're gonna have these basic skills. After a little bit of time, you're gonna get used to using the EQs, get used to using the compressors. Oh, that makes my voice sound better. I like it when I record it on this track with these settings. You know, so after you get the hang of it, which doesn't take that long, you're good to go. Number 4, if you already have these skills, you are able to tell a mix engineer, if you ever do actually send it off to get mixed, or you're in a studio assistant engineering the person who's mixing and mastering your song, you can tell them exactly what you want to change in a more technical manner. Instead of being like, that's too loud. Like you'll actually understand what it is. You're like, oh, I want to turn it down in the 5K range on the EQ because I feel like that's a little bit too high. Like that's a lot more technical, and it'll also help you describe what you feel like the problem is to the mix engineer, right? Because you'll be like, I know what the problem is because I was in there handling that, and this needs to be turned down. Or you'll even be able to give them notes prior to it being mixed, but like, hey, it's a little high over here, so could we change this a little bit, or can you keep it down over here because I don't want that to drown out my vocals or to be too muddy in this section or area. So having this type of skill set of just knowing basic mixing knowledge because you know how to use the digital audio workstation is massively, massively beneficial when it comes to that. And the time probably is going to come where you're more focused on being a rapper as opposed to wanting to have to mix your own stuff. Eventually you reach a level where you're like, no, somebody else is going to do this who is way better at this because I'm not a mix engineer, I'm not a mastering engineer. I can do a decent job, but I'd rather give this to somebody else who's been doing this for 10 or 15 years, because when they mix and master it, it blows my mix and master out of the water. And bonus tip number 5, you are going to have the ability to export a professional session that you can then simply send off to the mixing and mastering engineer. You can, because if you don't know how to do these things, you're not going to be able to do that, right? So if you learn how to use Pro Tools or Logic, which is like primarily the ones primarily used by mixing and mastering engineers, you are going to be able to just go click, export, save session as, zip it, and then send it off to them. They can open it and just mix it from there with their own settings. They can set everything up and then mix it the way that they mix it. But if not, you're gonna have to track out everything track by track and then send it off. That can really be a hassle. You don't wanna have to worry about that. So there's so many benefits. I really highly recommend that you guys go out there and you either get used to, and again, I've talked about this before, it's really about whatever you're comfortable with. But if you do move up, and you go ahead and you use something like Pro Tools or Logic, you have they're more widely used, especially in bigger studios, and professionals use these. So if you learn how to use these, if you make the leap into using them, you're gonna seem more professional to people, and you're also gonna feel more professional when you're working in them. But at the end of the day, it does come down to whatever you're comfortable with. If you're not ready for that leap, keep working on your music and whatever you're working on your music with, right? But if you're at that level, go ahead and make that step up. You just became a smarter rapper. I'm Rob Level, this is smartrapper.com. Hit me with a like, hit me with your 4 bars for the day, hit me with that comment, and if you have any questions, ask your questions below, and I'll probably end up answering for you in a video. I release a new video every day, so make sure that you subscribe and hit the little bell when you hit subscribe, because it's gonna notify you every day when I do release that new video. I'm gonna see you guys tomorrow with another video, but until then, here's some more videos. Go ahead and click one of them. I kind of like this outro. I kind of like this. And then hit the subscribe button, right? I might put it on this side today. No, I'll put it back on this side, right? Either way, hit one of those videos. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Keep getting smarter. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Click a video. See y'all tomorrow. Okay, cool.